What's good, y'all? It's Wealthy XP here, and today's video is going to be breaking down some of the new races and custom auras that we'll be potentially seeing in XENOVERSE 3, right? So in the trailer, we actually see an android like right in the beginning, and everyone's actually pointed that out. I think a lot of people have noticed that that's an android. Not everyone, but I think a lot of people have noticed that's an android. You know, this dude kind of looks like Android 16, you know, or Android 13, right? With that angular type of jawline and everything, right? Those really pronounced features, right? That really strong chin, you know what I mean? That Stan Smith type build, you know what I mean? Bro got that Stan Smith build, you feel me? So yeah, he's probably an android, let's be real. Who else looks like that in Dragon Ball? Like, mainly only androids look that angular, like that Stanification, the Stan Smithification of your face, you know, and it just being angular like that. So he's definitely an android, right? And then also we see that there's this K-pop star who's literally a demon, right? With the ears, we know that the pointy ears are from the demon race. So we see she's not a K-pop star. I shouldn't say that like that. She would technically be a J-pop star if you want to be technical, right? But whatever you want to call it, right? And also, obviously, there's going to be a lot of music in XENOVERSE 3, right? Like, I think music is going to be, that's something that people haven't talked about a lot. How much music I think is going to be incorporated into the game. Music was good in XENOVERSE 2 and XENOVERSE 1. There was always good music in the game, but I don't feel like it was like such a thing. Like, I think we might have people performing in XENOVERSE. Who knows? They might pull a Fortnite. They might be having some Japanese artists genuinely performing in XENOVERSE 3, the same way how they had like Travis Scott performing in Fortnite. That might be a thing. We don't know. We don't know. You know, as far as Japan goes and everything like that, as far as that culture goes, Dragon Ball is bigger than Travis Scott. You feel me? Dragon Ball is bigger than Travis Scott. So I could definitely see them having some type of Japanese people in a XENOVERSE game performing. You know what I mean? Doing an actual live performance. That's speculation, pure speculation. But let's get to some of the things that are more concrete, right? Another thing that we actually see in the trailer, and shout out to Rom Hatcher for this, because he pointed this out in his video, was this Majin Tower. You know, when the camera kind of pans outside of that building, I think we get a view of that Majin Tower. And what does that confirm to us? Obviously, Majins are making a return. I mean, did anyone not expect Majins to be in the game, right? Obviously, they don't show them in the trailer because XENOVERSE never really shows a lot of races in their trailer. Usually, they only show a Saiyan. Matter of fact, this trailer showed the most races of any XENOVERSE trailer, like any launch trailer, or not even launch trailer because it's not a launch trailer, any reveal trailer. You know, this has shown the most races of any reveal trailer, of any XENOVERSE reveal, because we've seen, like I said, we've seen Majins are confirmed, we got androids confirmed, and we got the demon race confirmed. And you got to remember, the demon race is not just one type of thing. Like, the demon race is like multiple variants of different types of like sub races within the demon race. You know what I mean? Because you have Glins that are part of the demon race. You've got Dabura's type of family members that are part of the demon race. Majins are demons. Namekians are demons. Like, the demon race is a big family. It's almost like a family of like sub races within its overarching demon race. So it's not just one thing. We might see a lot from that, right? And as far as custom auras go, we can actually see that in the menu, right? Where Brett is actually opening up the menu when Bulma basically tells him like, hey, Brett, you better get in the field, boy. When Bulma said that, bro opened up his touchpad. You feel me? When he opened up that touchpad, you can see a color picker on the first page, okay? And I believe this color picker may be for custom auras. Now, some people may think it's a reach, but listen to me here. Listen to me here, right? We see a color picker, and we don't see anything that, what other colors would he change right now? Because we don't see the clothing options until the next page, which I'm going to talk about, okay? So the clothing options are not on this page, so he couldn't be changing the color of his clothes. He couldn't be, because we're about to see that on the next page, and I'm about to show you the color changing options for the clothes. You know what I mean? We're about to see that on the next page of this menu. So that's not what it is, all right? That's not what it is. So what is it? I mean, it could be a custom aura slider. It could be. You know what I mean? It really could be. And that would be awesome if you could really put the whole range, like you could pick from the entire rainbow of colors like that, you know, not just some bullshit where you only get to pick these like 3 or 4 colors that the devs chose. No, let me make my color, my aura, the entire whatever I want to choose out of that color picker. You know what I mean? Let me choose like that. So that would be sick. And it may be that because as we see on the next page, we actually see the clothing options, right? On the next page, we can actually see the clothing options, and we see another color picker, right? And I believe, obviously, this color picker is for the clothes, okay? Because once Brett clicks the color picker, we see him actually get transported. He gets transferred into this grid-like arena where we saw John 1000 beforehand, when he was fighting those, like AI-looking enemies or those practice bots that he was fighting or whatever, right? He gets teleported into that place, and then his whole outfit changes. We see Brett's outfit literally change, okay? So we know that that color picker right there that he clicks on when he goes into the grid-style arena, we know that that color picker is for customizing your outfit or going into battle and changing your outfit. We know that that's what that's for. That is connected to your clothing. Okay, we know that. We literally see him change his clothing right after he clicks it. It's undeniable. It's an undeniable fact. I don't want to hear a single person debate me on this. Okay, so that is what that's for. That's what that color picker is for right there. The one on the first screen is not for your clothes. This one is for your clothes. So the other one on the other screen is probably for your custom aura, you guys. Or that's what I'm thinking. Also, you got to remember, on the website, in the Steam description, right? On their website, they actually mentioned that this game is going to feature extensive customization, which is something that everyone would already expect from a Xenoverse game, right? It's a game about creating your own character, for God's sakes. Like, everyone expects that it's going to have extensive customization. Like, whoop-de-doo, you know what I mean, on that Young Thug type shit. No one, like, what? No one is surprised by that. So the only reason that they would mention that Xenoverse 3 is going to specifically have extensive customization compared to other titles is because they're probably going to be adding some things in that are like special customization features that fans have been asking for years, you know? Fan-desired customization features that we've never gotten, that we've been highly requesting, which is what? Custom auras. That is the most requested customization feature in any Dragon Ball game that doesn't have it. Like, let's be 1000% about this, okay? Like, so yeah, I think that is definitely what they're talking about, and probably more unique things than that as well, but that's probably what they're talking about when they say extensive customization, because all Xenoverse games have had extensive customization, including 1 and 2, they've all had it. So for it to be more extensive than that, what else could they do? Well, I mean, there's one thing that they have never done, right, you guys? So come on, I think that's what they're talking about here, right? And as well as I wanted to point out the fact that I want to go back to this menu, because I actually think that this menu is not just like, you know, oh, this was just for the trailer for Brett to do his little, no. I think that this is actually how the game's going to work. Like, you're going to look, when you click like the options button, or when you go into whatever menu to customize your character or start whatever mission or whatever, you're probably actually going to be looking at a touchpad now instead of walking up to some dumbass terminal to start a parallel quest. Like, what the fuck? Why are we walking up to terminals to start a parallel quest? You see what I mean? Because it's age 1000, so it makes no sense that many years in the future you're going to be walking up to some goofy-ass terminal trying to start up a parallel quest, trying to boot up a quest. That's goofy. That's outdated. You feel me? That's not the new tech. That ain't the new tech. You feel me? So that's just not how this is going to go. No. You know, so the touchpad that he's holding is the actual menu now. That is the actual menu, you guys. Like, that's what the menu is going to look like when we're browsing throughout the menus in the game. We're going to be looking at a touchpad. And when we're starting up these parallel quests, when we're customizing certain things and doing all of these things, we're going to be seeing an interactive menu. And I think that actually goes down to the whole game as well, right? There's a lot of shops in this game, which is another thing that I want to shout out Rom Hatcher for, because he pointed this out. I did see the shops as well, but he saw like a lot more shops than me. You know, he even pointed out that there was a haircutting shop, okay, which is something that we never had in Xenoverse 2. There's like this crab, and it has a comb and scissors in its hand, okay, and it's like a haircutting shop, okay, and we actually see the guy with the pompadour right outside of it, right? So I mean, come on, you guys, that couldn't be them telling us anymore that this game is going to feature very extensive customization. Like they said, they weren't lying in the description on Steam, because as soon as we look in the trailer, we can see the hair customization shop. We can see the guy with the pompadour who probably just came out. He just got his fade. You feel me, bro? He just got the pompadour fade. You feel me? He just got the Josuke. the Josuke blow fade. You feel me? The Josuke blowout. Yeah, you feel me? So yeah, he had to get right. So that's them telling us and actually showing us as well, even more than telling us, right? That's literally them showing us that this game is going to feature extensive customization. Okay, you guys. And as well as the fact that, like I said, as far as the interactivity of the game, in Xenoverse 1 and 2, remember, the world was really flat, you guys. Like, the world was not that interactive. It was not. It was not a dynamic world at all. There wasn't no, like, besides the fact that, like, raid events would happen, that was the most dynamic thing about the world. You know what I mean? But it's not a dynamic world or an interactive world, especially in the hub world, which is what they're basically part of this. Probably, I'm sure the West City is, you know, that's going to be the hub world, right? So, especially the hub world, right? That's always been a really bland part in the Xenoverse games. It's basically just set dressing. There's a lot of set dressing, but not a lot of interactivity, not a lot of dynamism. You know what I mean? Not a lot of these things that we want to see, right? But I think them showing all of these shops is basically them showing us, like, yeah, no, this game's going to be a lot more interactive. You're going to actually have to be going from places to places. You're going to be seeing, like, these NPCs in Dragon Ball and Age 1000 or whatever. You know what I mean? You're going to see the new future of the world and everything like that. And they want us to actually interact in that way, you know, instead of just doing everything through this, like, this really outdated method, okay? So yeah, you guys, I think that's a lot of interesting stuff. And there's a lot more interesting stuff that we're going to talk about concerning this trailer, because there are a lot of things to point out in this trailer, you guys. So let me know your thoughts in the comments below. What do you guys think about everything that I pointed out and mentioned here? Do you guys think I'm reaching? Do you guys like some of the things that I brought up? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed the video, like the video, subscribe, turn on notifications, okay? And link to the Discord will be in the pinned comment, okay? And we're building a community there, obviously. We've got a ton of people talking about Xenoverse 3 already in the Discord, you know. But we could talk about anything in the Discord. It doesn't have to be Xenoverse 3 all the time. You know, we could talk about GTA 6. We might talk about life. We might talk about whatever. You know, you talk to me about what you got going on. I'm here for you. You feel me? If you really are a supporter and you're joining the Discord, of course, I'm here for you, you know? And so, yeah. The link to that will be in the description below. We're building a community there. I'd love to see you guys there, okay? Swelthy XP here. Tuning out. Be easy, y'all.